What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Neyo, in the last 3 years, has come under some level of scrutiny because of how he wants to live his life. He's no longer married. He no longer wants to be in traditional, conventional relationships. And so Neyo has 4 women that he's in a relationship with. And if you can look at this photo here, there are all 4 of them together. So, of course, when you listen to what black women are saying about this, a lot of times they'll be commenting on the fact that he got 4 women. You'll hear he's ugly, he's lame, he's a whack dude, and all of this stuff. And everybody is entitled to their own opinion, or they're silly. But the fact remains, he got 4 women at one time. All right. Now, since a few days, Neyo allegedly had a video that went viral. Okay, and it's an explicit video. It's booty clapping it up. All right, and so on the video that Neyo is on, basically with an OnlyFans model, he's clapping cheeks, but the woman is not any of the 4 women that's supposed to be quote unquote his wives. Okay, this is the most important thing. So now people are out there taking screenshots. They're trying to match up his tattoos. They're trying to find out if it's him, and that's definitely his arm. And so now here's the situation telling the poly squad need to have a whole emergency meeting. I mean, this is what's going on around the internet. All right. Now, another situation is coming up, and they're equating it to Shannon Sharp. What do I mean? Well, Shannon Sharp allegedly is gay or has gay tendencies. According to his own hairstylist, people like Tasha K, this is what you hear, right? So now Neyo is doing this, leaking a video, because Neyo understands that Neyo is trying to hide something. So he wants to pretend to be like he into women, but really he into men. That's the other argument. And so this is what I want to talk about, and especially, when it comes to men and shaming men doing whatever they want to do. Here's what you get. If you're a guy and you can beat the gatekeeping of traditional relationships and you're so successful and you unlock that door, no problem with traditional relationships, okay? I wouldn't mind being in a traditional relationship. I think having 4 women is hard. Having 1 is hard, but 4 and make you cry. Here's what you get. You get people mad at you because you broke through the system. Because most ladies, it's a threat. And this is what I'm gonna tell you. It's a threat for a man to have that many options. That's the last thing. One of the reasons why women get so upset about this, they don't want guys having this option, because now all that gatekeeping that women do when it comes to sex, relationships, calling me back and all that goes out of the window. You can't hold somebody. And let me just tell you this, Neyo do not care if y'all call him gay. Like, I see it all the time on the internet. And again, I understand if you don't agree with a man's lifestyle, but there you are in the shade room comments. Some of y'all ladies out there, you be out there with, bonnets on in on your profile picture, saying whatever you saying, how ugly somebody is, how broke they look, knowing that if we looked at your baby daddy or the dude that you messing with, then you're even more down bad than him. But the reality is that once a man breaks through that value, he don't care about what you're talking about. And that's the scary part. That's why it's so important is, as a man, the more you work on yourself, the less you got to be tied down to what somebody else wants you to do. That ain't the same thing when it comes to women. They can make a whole lot of money and not necessarily break through the gatekeeping of love, finances, relationships, and all that. Now, why am I saying this? Neyo made it clear that he doesn't operate his relationships based on parity. He can go out and seek other women outside of this relationship. That's what they don't understand. You already got 4 women. What you need 1 more for? I mean, why don't you mind your business? You ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got no weaves and sandals to try on. Why you worried about what he doing? Number 1, if he want to release a clap tape out there to the public because he want to be on a struggle tube, YouTube, whatever kind of site he want to be on, number 1, it don't matter to you. It's not your business. And he clearly had said on his interviews, I can do whatever I want, but they can't do whatever they want. Now, again, here we have a disparity. Now, let me just tell you this. Women don't have too much of a problem in men operating in relationships that are not parity based. For example, I'm not gonna cook, I'm not gonna clean, I'm not gonna do this, and I'm not gonna do that. But on the other hand, you better pay for this, pay for that, do this. Women don't typically have a problem with that. Let a man be able to say, I got 4 women or 2 women and I can go do whatever I want to do, but she can't, because now it's showing that the man has power. How dare a man has power in a relationship when women got hella power in their relationships? How dare you? And why can he do that? Because he's worked hard all of his life to get that option for himself. This is not to say that women don't work hard, that women are not valuable, because women can put men in all kinds of situations in which it favors them in a relationship and it don't favor the man sometimes. That happens. A lot of men will say it happens a lot. But the problem is that when you start working on yourself as a man and you start taking care of what you can take care of, you're gonna get these opportunities. You can say all day, well, all they want him for is his money. Go get married. Go anywhere. I would argue almost every woman you meet, it depends on how much she like you, wants you for something, just like you want them for something. Whether it's 4 or 400 or 45, okay? They all want you for something. Relationships are give and take. You gotta be bringing something to the table, all right? And in this case, they bringing whatever they bringing, and he bringing whatever he bringing. But that gatekeeping scares women, especially in the black community. It really scares women because most women don't want certain dudes to have the access that certain men have. Imagine 30% of men had the access that Chris Brown did, okay? In any kind of way. Imagine you have the access, let's just say, for example, LeBron James did with dating and mating. Not to say he's cheating, but Drake. Now, the issue with men is men don't have to be born athletically or be the best looking to get that kind or get past that kind of gatekeeping. We don't have to be a certain age. Let's talk about the late great Kevin Samuels. Yeah, Kevin Samuels was a fashionable, he was a very well put together brother. At any age, he will still be able to pull anybody. But once he got on for real in his 50s, it didn't matter what he was doing in his 30s, 20s. It didn't matter no more. He was already that guy. And it wouldn't matter if he wanted a 21-year-old, 25-year-old. Women understanding about the gatekeeping. And they try to talk down on that because then it exposes, okay, well, what am I really getting over here? What do you think that a lot of women get mad about the passport bros? The passport bros is basically exposing American gatekeeping in the black community when it comes to relationships and men. Once black men overcome that gate and they go over to like where I'm at in Uganda. Listen, I got a homeboy by the name of CMG. He came out here and we actually met out here. He was watching me for years. He came out here, he's like, man, I didn't think I was gonna see nothing. He saw these cheeks. Boy, look at here. These cheeks are something else. These women are fine. He went back, he automatically started to think about the women that he was dealing with in his home state. He was like, what? I've been dealing with y'all and this is what I can get? So he like, look, I'm just gonna go to the States and work. I'm not even gonna do nothing. I'll enroll over at Clapathon Tech, self-clapalization. Then I'll come back, save my money up, start me some businesses out there. Then now I can avoid all the stuff y'all doing. Women don't want you to have that. They don't want you to have that. They only want certain men to have that. Chris Brown and the women, that's why, like I said, you'll see Chris Brown holding these women in all kind of poses because, yeah, he can do that. But now what you're gonna find out is if you work hard and you do what you're supposed to do, anybody can do it. Might not be based on looks and all that, but anybody can do it. And women gonna have to get used to men being able to write their own story like this unconventionally. It's coming. It's here. A lot of men are going to be rewriting their own story unconventionally, just like Neyo did. So guys, we think it's your boy ahhhhhh Jackson back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Which is for all of you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.